Hey guys, what's going on? It's Tim. I just finished awesome workout. And so let me tell you a quick story, okay? So a couple of months ago, about 3 months ago, I go into the doctor because I'm not feeling good. I'm having headaches and stomach problems and stuff like that. And you know, I don't have time for that. I'm trying to conquer the world and add tremendous value and help people understand how incredible they are and how to use the resources of their mind to be able to create their life by design. And so, very driven, you know, the typical type A entrepreneur. And but I'm not feeling good, right? And it's getting in the way of me being able to make progress. I always ask people, can your body keep up with your mind? And mine wasn't. So I go to the doctor and he says, hey, you know, we need to do some blood work on you. And I'm like, all right, cool. So we do blood work, and I haven't told anybody this, so it's kind of like just our secret. So, but he comes back and he says, you need to start taking these pills for your cholesterol immediately. He says, your numbers are so high, you're ready for a heart attack. And I'm like, what? And he said, I'm serious. You need to start doing this right now. And it like freaked me out, right? Because I'm like, you gotta be kidding. I was an athlete. I've always been in pretty good shape. Yes, I gained some weight. You know, I'd always weighed about 173 pounds my whole life, and I got on the scale and I was 197. And I was like, oh my God, I gained like 24 pounds. Just because I was always in a chair or coaching somebody or in front of my laptop, and I couldn't believe it. And so now I don't like taking meds, you know, I don't like taking pills, but he says you could take these pills for a few months and change your habits, or, you know, you can have a heart attack. And I'm like, damn, right? So, but he did a great job because he was very stubborn about it, right? He had an ethical obligation to make sure his customer, me, followed through on his advice. And a lot of times we will not follow through until we hit a pain threshold, right? Until we have enough pain to say, I got to do something about this. And then it's in those moments of decision that you create your destiny, right? Where you take your life in another direction. And, you know, so when people get a divorce, or when people break a bad habit, or they stop smoking, or they lose 50 pounds, or, you know, whatever it is, it's because they've had enough pain to say, I can't do this anymore. It's no longer a want to, now it's a must. And when that happens, people take action and start getting better results. So I was mad that I was on these pills, but he freaked me out enough to get on them. And so I said, you know what? I told myself, I says, Tim, you're gonna take care of yourself, and you're gonna start exercising, and you're gonna start eating healthy. And then in 3 months from now, you're not gonna be on these pills anymore. And I got serious about it. Now I know that because of my demanding work schedule, I had to change my routine and create a schedule that caused me to be committed, or otherwise my great intentions would go right out the window. And you know it, yours will too, right? How many times have you said, I'm gonna do this, and then you don't? And then you're frustrated, but it doesn't stop you from not doing it. It doesn't stop you because you haven't had enough pain. So I had enough pain, right? Or your desire for that next level of pleasure isn't great enough. But usually we're pushed towards our goal rather than being pulled towards our goal. So, I gotta catch my breath for a second. I just hit it really hard. So, and I'm so happy that I did. But anyway, so I talked to my wife, and she says, let's join a gym and go together. And so I didn't want to do it. You know, if you've watched my videos, you know that human beings, when they start to create a breakthrough, they always go through the same 3 steps every single time. The first step is resistance, right? I push back. I don't have time, you know, and she's like, come on, we need to do this. And because of the doctor, I'm like, all right. So we went and we went through a free class, and then we signed up, right? But the first 3 breakthroughs are resistance, and then confusion, right? And then the breakthrough. So resistance is all the excuses and reasons that keep us stuck. And then confusion is when we start to shift our paradigm. A paradigm is a fancy word for our beliefs, right? We start to shift our perspective and look at things in a different way. And because of that, we start realizing that, you know, we need to do this, and then you start taking action, and then you have your breakthrough, okay? So resistance, confusion, breakthrough. It's the 3 steps that everybody goes through when they're trying to make a change. So, so I sign up with my wife, and next thing I know, we've committed ourselves Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 9:15 in the morning till 10:15. It takes about 2 hours between going there and getting home and all this other stuff. And I'm like, now wait a second. I already don't have enough time to accomplish all the things that I want to get done. And now I'm going to take 6 hours out of my week. And mornings for me are my most productive time. I get up and I get at it. And now all of a sudden I'm going to get up and get the kids off to school, which was another thing for me. My wife had always been doing that, and I was missing all that valuable time with my kids because I was tired. So, I shifted that. And hi, Patty, how are you? So anyway, so now I shifted that, right? So now I'm getting up at 6:30 in the morning. I'm getting my kids ready for school, and then I'll go lay down for 30 minutes, and then my wife and I go to the gym. Now, again, in my mind originally, I resisted like crazy. I was like, there is no way that I can take 2 hours Monday, Wednesday, and Friday out of my week when I already don't have enough time. Where am I going to find 6 hours, right? And it just felt impossible. But I did the impossible, right? I scheduled it. We paid for it. I paid months in advance. I scheduled it out for the next 3 months in a row. And now I protect that time because it's time for my wife and I, which guess what else improved? Our marriage. Because now I'm making deposits into our marriage, right? You have accounts. You have a health account. You have a wealth account. You have a relationship account. Are you making daily deposits to create wealth in those accounts, or are you bouncing checks all over the place? You don't have to answer. I already know because I was bouncing checks all over the place. And we don't have to guess when 70% of America is overweight or obese. When the divorce rate is like 65, 70%. That's nuts. We know where our priorities are. So, good. I'm glad you keep shifting. You keep going for it. You keep scheduling yourself. I'm reading comments that are going through. You keep scheduling that time and commit yourself. And then when you talk about it, get excited about it, right? Talk about it with passion. Because usually what we're doing in those situations is we're not talking about it with passion. We're going just like I did with exercise. I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't have time for that, and I'm going to be sore every day, and then I'm going to be tired afterwards, and how am I going to get this stuff done? And, and now if I go in late, then I'm not going to be able to come home for dinner like I've been doing. I changed that too. I was never home for dinner. Now I'm home almost every night for dinner with my family. That was something that was impossible that I decided it was going to be possible, and now it is, right? Impossible is just fear. When we say it's impossible, that's just code for fear. What we're telling ourselves is a fear, right? And then we'll come up with all these reasons for why that fear is valid, and they might be really good excuses. They might be great excuses, but they're still excuses. And the reason that we believe it is because we say it with emotion. Whatever you say with emotion, you're going to believe in more, right? So when I was thinking about exercise, I'm like, oh my God, I can't do that. I don't have time, right? There's no way I'm going to be able to do this. But what about being in shape? Yeah, I know, I gotta get healthy. You see the difference? When I'm talking about the things I was afraid of that felt impossible, I was all amped up about it. And when I was talking about the dreams that would make my life actually really better, I was like, yeah, I know. I had to reverse that. So I'm in Disney World right now. I just finished a 4-day conference, and then I'm flying my family out here. We're going to do another 10 days in Disney. This is like the best moment in my life right here, right? This is what I've worked 30 years for. So that, and my entrepreneur, my business brain that never turns off says, yeah, but just wait till we're going to do the value we're going to create, how we're going to make this happen for everybody around us. We're going to all do it together, right? So, if it was just me here, so what, right? I'm excited about being here because I'm going to be here with my family. That's what matters. And I'm here with you right now because I'm excited to be with you, right? I love doing this together as a team, we call it a family. Your friends become your family. It's your family, right? Whenever I talk about my clients, I always say, I was with my friend the other day, and who I'm talking about is my last client, because I believe my clients are my friends, they're my family, okay? Because we're all one big community of sure successors that are doing this together and taking it to a whole other level. And I have spent years and years trying to figure out what are the most successful people doing so that I can bring you the motivation, but also the strategies and the brain training, so that you don't have to rely on willpower, because willpower ain't going to cut it. Willpower sucks. It lasts about 10 seconds and it's over. You got to train your brain to want to do it. So when you're talking about your goals, like walking over here, I'm in the happiest place on earth. I could do whatever I want today. I've got the whole next 2 days to myself before my family gets in, and I can do anything. And where am I? I'm in the gym, right? I'm hanging out with my buddy Jim. GYM. Why? Because my commitment is more powerful than how I feel today. When I was walking to the gym, I'm thinking, I don't want to do this. I want to go lay out in the sunshine. I want to go to Disney World. I want to go do whatever, right? I want to just go walk around and look at the palm trees because apparently we're getting a blizzard back home. Okay, and so I just want to go and soak this in. But my commitment was to my health. My commitment was to get my cholesterol down and get off those pills and increase my energy. And oh my gosh, has it increased. I mean, I'm just so fired up now. I feel so much better. My focus is clear. I'm excited. One thing that I learned that's a real business secret for anybody in business, this is a huge secret. If you want to do your best with sales, marketing, sessions, copywriting, laying out your web page, creating your funnels, taking your business to the next level, you need to get in state first. You need to get excited and motivated and confident and focused and ready to conquer the world and add more value for your clients than anybody else. Do more for them than anybody else would have ever expected. And for you to have that kind of energy, you got to get into the right peak emotional state. And you do that by movement, and you do it by focusing on what you're grateful for. You focus on what you have. Most people focus on what they don't have and what they're lacking and what's missing. And then they get sad, and then they procrastinate, and then they get resentful, and they get pissed, and then they go eat, smoke, drink, or take a pill. And then do it all over again. What we have to do is get emotionally in state, focus on the end result that we want, think about how much value we're going to add, get excited about it, move your body around, and then write, and then talk to somebody, and then go serve somebody, and then do your webpage. Get into state first. When you get into state first, then everything you do will have more life, it'll have more feeling, it'll have more emotion, it'll have more passion. It's incredible. Most people don't do that. 90% of people do not do that. The 10% who do are the ones you keep thinking, boy, I wish I was like that person. I wish I had their business. I wish I had their money. I wish I had their list. I wish I had their clients. I wish I had their bank account, right? You don't need any of their stuff. You have everything you need. You just got to learn how to train this right. It's all psychology. It's all your beliefs. There is nothing standing in the way between you and your ultimate goal but a belief. And you got to shift that belief, and if you don't know how, then you tell me what your belief is, and I will show you how to shift it, right? And we will get it done so you can get on your way. Can I have an amen? Brother Tim is preaching. Thank you, brothers and sisters. Okay, so what's up? Larry and Derek is in the house. What's up, guys? All right, wonderful. So I'm telling this quick story about how I'm in this gym, and I didn't want to be in this gym. Right? I'm in Disney World hanging out. I could have done anything I wanted today. I've got the next 2 days all to myself. And I am exercising right now. I just finished, thank God, because it was hard, but it's awesome. See, I didn't think when I was walking to the gym about how many reps I was going to do or how long I was going to be on a treadmill. I thought about how awesome am I going to feel when it's done? How great am I going to feel the whole rest of the day? How focused and energized I'm going to be. I focused on the pleasure of it, the end result. Not the steps to get there. And now I'm fused with energy. I'm so fired up after doing my fitness that I'm on here doing a video with you, right? Just to motivate you to do the same and to let go of those excuses, the same excuses I was using too. I don't have time, I don't feel good, my knees hurt, I'm older now. I'm gonna be 48 in next month, 48 years old, right? I've just lost about 20 pounds. I got 3 more to go. And my flabbiness is starting to turn into the gun show. I love that, right? And you know what was funny is I would never be making muscles and stuff in that. I always thought that's embarrassing and that stuff. No, you know what? That was my issue. That was my feeling embarrassed and feeling shy because I don't want anybody to think that, I'm being bad because I don't want you to stop loving me. Okay, that's BS. I'm calling BS on myself because as long as I'm loving me and I'm accepting me, then I don't really care what anybody else thinks. And I know you guys are going to love me even more, right? And I know that because you're a part of my Good Vibe tribe, right? Because we're all sure successors, right? Because we are all wanting the same thing. How do I feel good about myself every day? Not just when I achieve my goal. What can I do to have more contribution in my life? How can I feel more significant? How can I improve my relationships and my health and my bank account? What can I do to feel happy so that I don't have to keep distracting myself all the voices in my head. So I don't have to keep distracting myself. Hey, Steve, how are you, buddy? Boom, boom, boom. So I don't have to distract myself by smoking or eating or drinking or looking at naughty stuff on the internet or spending money or watching the Home Shopping Channel or watching E and watching everybody else have these millionaire lifestyles while we feel like we're sitting on the sideline. You don't have to do that, okay? You can do something more extraordinary. And when you do that, your life will change, just like mine did. And you will make it happen. Oh, we got another rock star in here in the gym now. I won't put you on camera, but I'm proud of you being in here. It's awesome. So anyway, you just did yoga. Oh, nice. Yeah. Downward dog. Namaste, Steve. Right on. That's awesome. All right, let's go outside, get some fresh, clean air. I heard you guys are having a blizzard, so I'm going to take you into the sunshine. How about this? That'll make you hate me, right? All right, awesome. So anyway, all right, so I'm going to wrap this up, but I just wanted you to know that it's so important before you try to create anything else, before you want to add more value to people, there's one thing you can do, the secret to it, and that's to increase your energy, to get into state. And just getting in state just means move your physiology, move your body around. So if you need to bounce up and down, right? Oh, my knees hurt. Okay, good. Sit in a chair and then bounce up and down with your shoulders, right? Quit making excuses in what you can't do and focus on what you can do and then get on with it. Okay? And so you focus on moving your body. The second thing you do is, what are you focusing on? Because of our lizard brain and because of what we think about, or the way that we've been developed over hundreds of thousands of years, our brain is focused on survival. And so we tend to focus on what we don't have and what's missing and what could get us hurt. And that's all we focus on. And because of that, we're always focusing on lack. Right? You do 9 things well. What's the one thing you focus on? The one you didn't do well, right? And that's because we're focusing on lack. Well, we also have these brilliant, beautiful, powerful prefrontal lobes that no other animal on the planet really has as developed as we do. And that can show you, that means that what you have already inside of you that God gave you, that you were born with, is this beautiful brain and this beautiful heart. And you can use both of them to strategically focus on what you do have that you're grateful for and what you can create for you and for those around you. And that will give you a level of motivation and excitement, right? Gratitude and motivation and confidence, all those things. And I know some of the people that are on here, you're doing that, right? You and your wife are building, beautiful things where people's life, the quality of their life and their surroundings are just fantastic. Those of you who have been putting on, like Steve with your Walk the Talk, bringing, joy and love to hundreds of thousands of people, and then it'll be millions of people around the world. And, Patty, what you're doing with your HR business is just extraordinary. I know your heart and I know how smart you are, and you're going to help so many businesses and so many people take it to the next level with their culture. I mean, there's just so many amazing people that we already know that are doing tremendous things, but we've got to take care of ourselves. We got to recharge our batteries. We've got to do things that make us feel great every day. And when we do that, it just transforms everything. And so, the title of this post was, can your body keep up with your mind? And I'm pushing real hard today on just taking care of your health. And I know in the beginning it might be hard, but like Steve said, you do yoga, right? Go for a walk. If it's snowing, go sledding. That's a workout, right? That used to be fun. Now it just feels like work, right? But you can do things that don't take much time. Set an alarm on your phone, and every hour when your phone goes off, lean against the wall and do 10 push-ups, or just do 10 squats. Your alarm goes off, you're in front of a whole bunch of people, and you start squatting down. I got people all around me by the pool. You start squatting down. You know what people will do is they're going to look at you, and then they're going to walk on by and go on with their own life because they don't give a crap what you're doing. So why should you give a crap what they're thinking of you? You won't care if people are judging you if you're not judging you. You won't care what people are thinking about you if you're not judging you. Now, if you're sitting there judging yourself, you're going to think everybody's judging you, and you're hosed that way, right? You're in trouble. So start loving and accepting yourself, and then you just start assuming that everybody else is going to love and accept you. And if they don't, they're just not a part of your good vibe tribe. That's right, I said it. Okay? So, all right. So I'm going to go, I don't know what I'm going to do today, but it's going to be awesome. And I hope you have an awesome day too. Thanks for hanging out, man. You guys are awesome. Make today count, okay? Go do something good for yourself. In fact, right now, just do like 10 jumping jacks. All right, we'll do it together. Ready? 1. Come on, we're jumping jack. 2. Here we go. There we go. All right, ready. 3, go, 4, come on, do it with 5. You're not just watching me, are you? 7, come on, do it. You're not just watching me, are you? You're doing it, right? Because you're not going to win by watching me. And if that feels like too much, just go like this. Okay, just go like this. If your knees hurt, you're in a wheelchair, go like this. Okay, 2, you can do this. You got this. Ha! And now we just did something. We just got in state. We weren't just talking about it. It wasn't just a principle. We put it into action. The action gets you the result. The action gets you the result. And then put you in a resort. All right, guys. Thanks so much. I so appreciate you and care about you. And I can't wait to connect again. All right. Take care. Bye.